For a generation that has made some astronomical leaps in many aspects of technology, you all seem to fucking suck at personal finance. The amount of shit people waste their money on is insane. You see, despite all these fancy personal finance apps we have at our disposal, the financial situation for many of us is not good. These apps promise you that they'll help you save, budget, and invest your money easily. I mean, look at how many apps are just waiting for you to download them. Sure, these apps may help some people save money and invest, but don't expect these apps to do the hard work for you. What all these apps actually provide is convenience that probably only helps the users who already had their shit together prior to getting the app. Now, when I say having your shit together, it doesn't mean being rich or having a great investment portfolio, but instead, it's knowing where every dollar you earned is going. It's not like these apps have a feature that will smack you whenever you start spending your cash carelessly. And the list of things we spend carelessly on goes beyond the clothes we wear and the appliances we saw on sale. We all indulge in certain pleasures, which is fine. But with the rise of technology making everything we do and want so effortlessly accessible, we're all spending way too much money on things that are luxuries, not necessities. And a lot of these apps that provide these luxuries do the same things. For example, ride-sharing apps, which I know you're all familiar with since you use them as if they were the only method of transportation available. Because apparently driving somewhere is too much work, and apparently public transportation is not for you. Pussy. These are a few of the available apps, but for the sake of the example, let's stick to the two most commonly used, Uber and Lyft. 120 million people. This here is the number of users for both Uber and Lyft. Out of this vast amount of users, you, the one watching this video, may be part of the consumers who use the app daily. Sure, there may be quite a few who occasionally give themselves the luxury to be taken from point A to point B, but let's focus on those who love to Lyft or Uber often. Let's take a ride from home to work, and then from work back home. That makes it so we take 2 rides in the day. The average travel distance to work is about 7 miles, with the average cost being $30 on any of these apps. So in a round trip of 14 miles, the total cost will be $60 spent in one day. And keep in mind, this does not include the tip. Multiply those $60 by 5, assuming we all work 5 days a week, that gives us a total of $300 in one single week. Now multiply that by 4 weeks in a month and you get $1,200, which means that in 1 year, you would have spent around $14,400. Now, with all that on the table, I have one question for you. Are you fucking stupid or something? Keep in mind that these expenses came from only going to work and back home. We did not account for any other moment where you would need to take a ride. Now, take this example and fill in the numbers according to your location, distance, and how often you use one of these apps in the past month. Once you have the numbers in front of you, think about the money you would have saved by using your local public transportation. And if your area has no public transportation, then shit, with $14,000, buying or leasing a car will be a better and cheaper option. Despite current inflation making the price of used cars and gas go through the fucking roof, it's probably not gonna run you $1,200 a month. Now that you figured out how to manage your impulsive finger from taking a joyride, nothing can come between you and the delicious pizza pie that is headed your way, courtesy of your ever so convenient food delivery app. All of these right here are a major reason why your money is magically disappearing and ending up in your toilet. Look, I get it. Who doesn't love the ease these food delivery apps provide us with? With life being so hectic and busy, who has the time to go grocery shopping, prepare a meal, or even go to a restaurant and wait for the food to be served? That's where apps like Grubhub, Postmates, and Uber Eats come in handy. It's so much easier to open an app, select whatever it is you're craving, and then your food has arrived. Now, we repeat this cycle every day without thinking twice about it, simply because it's food, which is a necessity, right? Right. However, if you start to pay closer attention to your budget, things don't add up to your favor. Your favor. Let's take a look at a short experiment done by Brian X. Chen in a New York Times article to see how much higher your bill would be by using the 4 largest delivery apps in the United States. Here we see the chart, and the numbers are very clear. Whichever platform you choose to order from, it will still be more expensive than eating at the place itself. And if you use Uber Eats, you're almost paying double. This, unfortunately, is more common than you would imagine. And for those looking to save as much money as they can, this is a habit that must be broken. Based on the data collected, if you order a lunch from Monday through Friday, that will run you a total of $126.25 for the week, $505 for the month, and $6,060 for the year. I guess a better option would be eating at the restaurant, since the weekly cost would be $66.05. For the month, $264.20, and $3,170.40 for the year. However, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American household spends around $3,000 or more on dining out. And FYI, a household can also mean just one adult. According to them, the average cost of eating out is $20.37. So if you eat out at your favorite restaurant just 3 times a week for 1 year, you'll easily spend over $3,000 compared to the average cost of eating at home, which is $4.31. The math shows that you can save up to or over an additional $800 a year if you were to just replace one of those 3 restaurant meals a week. In other words, stop being a lazy asshole for one of those 3 days and cook at home. Another thing to keep in mind is that all the examples only took lunch into account, no breakfast, dinner, or snacks. And don't forget about binging during the weekend. Oh, if you don't know how to cook or meal prep, then never mind then. If there were only a website where you could look up whatever you want and get thousands of options. Now that you use a ride-sharing app to get to work in the morning, order lunch using a food delivery app in the afternoon, it's time to order another ride to get back home, to kick back, relax, and watch some shows. I was thinking maybe Netflix. No, how about Hulu? No, wait. Let's watch something on Peacock. You know what? Let me check YouTube and TikTok to see what's going on there. You see this stupid dialogue? This is the reality of many people out there. They purchase every single streaming app, but for what? And with so many new streaming services coming out, it's easy to lose track of how many you're shelling out money to each month. If you have a handful of services you frequent, you may have even forgotten about other platforms. And as it turns out, underutilized streaming services are the biggest waste of money, draining your account each month without you even realizing it. We've covered enough numbers in this video. I'm sure you know where we're heading with this one. So instead, let's focus on how you could avoid this. You should prioritize keeping the services you use daily or weekly and consider ditching those you use only monthly. And do not forget to cancel your free trials. That's how they get us. The very hand that gives you pleasure by making you click this video is the same one that will drive your bank account to the gutter. As time goes by, it is very clear that life will continue to be made easier with more services we could all indulge on. Just don't be the idiot that just buys into anything and everything. Now look at you, steadily becoming a budgeting guru. Soon you'll be looking to sell your budgeting masterclass for only $67.97. Hopefully we helped you save money or at least open your eyes.